Hey there, friends. Today, I'm going to be breaking down a highly requested horror film straight from Indonesia, Pengantin Setan, or as it's also known, The Devil's Bride. Now, this movie isn't just a typical horror flick. It's based on a true story, one that actually happened, and was even discussed on a popular podcast. Stick around until the end, because I'll be revealing the real-life inspiration behind this terrifying tale. And yes, I know, Black Mirror Season 7 Part 2 is still pending. That video is going to be over an hour long, so it's taking some time. But trust me, it's going to be worth the wait. In the meantime, grab some popcorn and let's dive into this nightmare together. At the very beginning, we meet Icha, a young woman who narrates her recurring dream. She finds herself in a surreal world that feels strangely comforting. There she's drawn to a handsome man who visits her dreams every night, sharing an intimate bond with her. Icha enjoys this, at first. But as the dream man grows more intense, reality starts to blur. Suddenly, in the real world, we see her blouse buttons begin to open, on their own. A supernatural force is at play, undressing her against her will. And then, shockingly, a demonic figure materializes, intimately assaulting her. Icha has no idea it's real. To her, it's just another dream. Cut to 4 a.m. Icha wakes up to the sound of the doorbell, smiling as if she just had the best dream ever, blissfully unaware of the evil lurking nearby. When she opens the door, we meet her husband, Ariel, a security guard who's been working overtime. His constant late-night returns have strained their marriage, leading to countless arguments. Frustrated, Icha asks him to hang up his jacket properly, but as he does, the demon violently pulls it down, adding fuel to their tension. The demon is feeding off their conflict, craving the chaos. That night, Ariel storms off to bed without eating, leaving Icha feeling empty and alone. The next morning, Ariel eats breakfast silently while Icha scrolls on her phone, ignoring him completely. Their relationship is on the rocks. At work, Icha can't focus. Her best friend, Linda, who also works there, quickly senses something's wrong. During lunch, we learn that Icha and Ariel have been married for 3 years. Once, they were so in love. Ariel used to surprise her with gifts and romantic gestures, but now, nothing. Linda gently reminds Icha that marriage changes people. Responsibilities take over, and it's up to both partners to keep the spark alive. Linda even teases Icha about her own neglect. No more makeup or sweet talk when she meets Ariel. Icha realizes Linda's right. They'd both changed. Linda encourages her to rekindle the intimacy with Ariel, and after a pause, Icha agrees. Meanwhile, Ariel's senior officer advises him to prioritize his marriage over his endless overtime. He's been working so hard to secure their future. But at what cost? Ariel promises to do better. That night, Ariel comes home late again, but this time, Icha surprises him with a warm smile. She takes his jacket herself and even prepared his favorite tea. Ariel feels appreciated. Finally, they begin to reconnect, but as they get intimate, the lights flicker ominously. A dark presence lurks in the shadows. Ariel and Icha are not alone. The demon, still obsessed, joins them. It's as if Icha can never escape its grasp. Later, Icha finds herself in that otherworldly realm again. The handsome dream. Man returns, pressing a flower to her chest and whispering, "You'll never leave this place." Terrified, Icha rushes to the door, but it's locked. Her dream man approaches, but she wakes up, gasping, only to find that the same flower from her dream is now on her nightstand. Shaken, she goes downstairs and finds Ariel has cooked breakfast. They share a tender moment, reminiscing about better days. Ariel apologizes and promises to make things right. Icha agrees to try again. It feels like a fresh start. But that night, Icha's nightmares intensify. At work, she sees that same flower in a box. As she reaches for it, the dream man appears in front of her, advancing. She catches his reflection in a small mirror, revealing his true demonic form. She rushes to the bathroom, vomiting blood and insects. Linda, concerned, follows her, only to find Icha has fled. Confused and afraid, Linda discovers blood and worms in the sink. Something is terribly wrong. That evening, Icha confides in her younger sister Emma at a roadside cafe. Emma shares that she broke up with her boyfriend because he was always too busy for her. Icha gently reminds her, sometimes relationships go through rough patches. Maybe he deserves another chance. But deep down, Icha knows something is happening to her. She's been trying to get pregnant, but complications have haunted her every step of the way. She texts Ariel for her medicine, but at work, Ariel sees a horrifying vision of Icha pregnant and in pain. Her stomach splits open, birthing a monstrous demonic baby. Ariel runs to help, but is too late. It's a vision, yet so real. The next day, a healer named Mobok Sari confirms Icha is 3 months pregnant. Ariel is stunned. They hadn't been intimate in months. How could this be? Suspicion eats at Ariel. Could Icha have been unfaithful? When he confronts her, Icha is outraged and demands a DNA test to prove it's his baby. But at the hospital, they find nothing. No embryo, no fetus. It was all a psychological illusion, a phantom pregnancy fueled by her desperation. Icha's heart shatters. Linda, now deeply concerned, takes Icha to see Ustad Zaini, a spiritual healer. He warns that sometimes evil spirits exploit emotional rifts in couples. They enter women's dreams, form relationships, and cause chaos. This demon, called Dasim, preys on married couples to destroy their lives. Furious, Icha storms out. She refuses to believe her baby wasn't real. But later that night, Linda is brutally murdered by the demon for interfering. Icha, haunted by the dream of Linda's death, rushes to the crime scene to find her lifeless body. The demon had claimed another victim. Ariel arrives and comforts Icha, but then they notice her stomach is swollen again. 7 or 8 months pregnant, overnight. They realize the demon's grip is tightening. Desperate, Icha shares everything with Ariel. She never wanted to burden him. Now he knows the truth. Together with Emma, they return to Ustad Zaini. He performs a harrowing exorcism, binding Icha to a bed, chanting prayers as the demon fights back. Icha's body levitates. The demon manifests, screaming in rage. Ariel whispers to Icha, begging her to come back. Through tears, she remembers their wedding day and recites the Quranic verse Zaini gave her. The demon's realm begins to crumble. She escapes its hold, returning to her body. As she awakens, tears stream down. Her face, the scars on her arms are proof of the demon's attack. But she's free. They embrace, vowing to rebuild their life together. They share their regrets and promise to start fresh. Days pass peacefully. Icha never dreams of the demon again. But one evening, Ariel reveals he's been offered a promotion, one that would take him to another city. At first, he wants to refuse. He can't leave Icha alone. But she urges him to go. She's stronger now. They agree to talk every night on video calls. The next day, alone in the house, Icha starts feeling uneasy. She calls Emma, but Emma can't come. So Icha recites her verse. But as she drifts off to sleep on the couch, the demon's world creeps back. At work, she's surrounded by possessed colleagues whispering, "You're mine." She panics. At home, she fights to stay awake. Emma reassures her, telling her to hang on until Ariel comes back. But the demon returns. This time, it's faster. She's pregnant again. Desperate, she tries to end it, grabbing a hanger and repeatedly stabbing her stomach. Blood pours as she collapses. Ariel returns just in time. They rush her to Zaini. A final exorcism ensues, her body thrashing, the demon shrieking. Zaini's prayers grow louder. Ariel whispers, "Come back to me. I need you." With one last cry, Icha recites the verse and breaks free. She's safe. The demon is banished, for now, but the horror lingers. 6 years later, Icha and Ariel live happily with their 2 children. But one day, Icha asks Emma where her son, Arka is. Emma finds him near the gate, talking to a stranger, the same man from Icha's dreams, the demon, Dasim. Emma warns Arka to stay away from strangers. But Arka smiles and says, "But he's so nice." Could it be? Is Arka carrying the demon's mark? Could the evil still be lurking in their family? And that, my friends, is the chilling story of The Devil's Bride, a true tale of possession, betrayal, and the fight for love and sanity. If you enjoyed this breakdown, hit that like button and subscribe. There's more horror coming soon. Until then, stay haunted.